So I'm out $70.
Jesus.
Welcome to the Whitetail Advantage Podcast with your host, Brett Bovin. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the show.
How's it going, everyone? We have everyone here. We're just going to kind of go with the intro tonight. Our guest is even here with us for the start of the show, too. This is a first.
Yeah, but you know who's not with us? Numchuck Dave.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I don't know. He's just gone. I don't think he wants to be a part of our team.
No.
Rumor
has it that he is studying to be the head control panel operator with his carny outfit for the next state county fair.
Nice, dude. I really hope he gets a Gravitron this year.
Dude, he's got the zipper down pat. Let me tell you.
Dude, I know that.
Yeah, but
that dude always rocks the zipper down. That's for sure.
I'm not freaking talking about the ride either. You know?
No, me either. So who do we have here tonight with us?
I don't know. I've heard of this guy. I can't really say his last name, so I'm just going to say Triceratops. It's the closest I can get to it. I think it's Quinton Thycerius. I think is how we say his name. No, it's wrong. Say it.
Not Tricilius.
Tricilius. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's almost right. That's the same volcano that destroyed Pompeii, right? No, that was Vesuvius.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Wow, you're way off on that one, bro.
Oh, man. Well, anyways, welcome to the Whitetail Advantage, Quinton. I'm sure you're regretting your moment. You said yes to agreeing on the show, so...
I'm not regretting it yet.
All right. Well, hey, for those who don't know, let everyone know a little bit about yourself.
Yep. So I'm Quinton Tricilius. I run the Full Drop Pursuits page on Instagram, on TikTok as well as Full Drop Pursuits 2.0. I was born and raised here in Wisconsin, and this is primarily where I do all of my hunting is here in Wisconsin, and then I have started traveling outside of the state for hunting as well.
Right on. But I noticed you left out one little detail, man. You're also one of the key guys from Warhead Arrows.
Yes, I am. I am recently have been promoted from a field staff member of Warhead Arrow, and I am now the field staff director for Warhead Arrows.
Yeah, man.
Which is awesome because that's all we shoot on. Who's on screen right now? I know Brett doesn't, but I think just because he's a turd.
Yeah, we'll get him on board sooner or later. He's got to learn. He's got to get on board. But speaking of the Warhead Arrows, geez, I just happen to have one sitting right here. Look at that.
I'm never too far from one either.
Yeah, and of course we got the old Rex on there too.
Yep.
Which is another team that you shoot for, Quinton.
Yes.
Yep. Which 3 out of 4 of us shoot Rex. I'm pretty sure 3 out of the 4 of us got more than one deer last year.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I got a deer, so don't even try and play that shit.
I did more than one.
I got more than one.
I mean, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. So, look at that! He left. He's a little upset now.
Oh, he got hurt. His feelings got hurt. He must have left.
Right. Well, anyways, Quinton, welcome to the Whitetail Advantage. It's gonna be a fun night.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me exit out of this. Sprock, do we have any comments or anything yet?
Yeah, we got some. We got Connor on there. Let's say hello to Connor.
Nice. What's going on?
Arrows and Inches Addiction. He just picked up some Squatch merch. Good dude, man. I'm going to repay the favor and get a nice hat from him.
Yeah. What's
And
going on, Connor?
we got the Boondocks guy on there. That guy Mike Nitre. I think I know him. He's a good fella. He's got another podcast online there.
Yeah, he sounds familiar.
Yeah. He's one of the OGs from when we all started out with Pursuit. Jeez, that's how I met Quinton, actually.
Yep.
I say,
Pursuit.
So how did you? Because you two have been here for a while. I'm new to the game. How did you guys start? Like, how did you start, Quinton? How did you get your start into all of this?
So, I was doing social media before Full Drop Pursuits was even a thing, before it was even a thought. It was always kind of a dream of mine to kind of do the whole social media thing, show people, my take on the outdoors and what I do. And then in 2018, I took a step away from social media because I lost one of my good friends, and I eventually got back into the social media side. And still, Full Drop Pursuits wasn't a real big thing yet. It wasn't even a thought in my mind. And then probably 2 years ago is when I got serious about doing the whole social media thing and really starting to promote myself and teaming up with companies and stuff like that, being on field staff and whatever else. And so for, I think, 2 years now, Full Drop Pursuits has been in full swing, and I'm happy with how it's been turning out. It's been a fun ride.
Oh man, it seems like it. It looks like it. I'm relatively new to the whole social media thing. I think April was my 1 year mark.
Okay.
And it was you and Squatch were like one of the first ones that I started following. I'm like, oh, this is cool, because I had zero clue on any of this stuff. And then I started noticing that, like, oh man, there's a whole outdoor network group. Like, it's awesome. And then I just started reaching out, and dude, it just snowball effect. And so I've been following you and Squatch since my day one, which is like not very long ago. But man, you guys are putting out awesome stuff, and you guys have been kind of like an inspiration to me. Be like, man, I want to go out there and be like those guys. The guy in the middle there, Brett, I stumbled upon him. He's kind of like that redheaded stepchild, where I'm like, yeah, that's cool, maybe one day. But no, you and Squatch
we
were
tripped
like
over him.
Wait,
thank you.
Yeah.
I think we tripped over Brett, and that's how we landed on him and figured out we should be on the show.
Brett's
But
like
yeah, adding to that, not to cut you off, Johnny, but we were all in a group called Pursuit Energy, and started talking to Quinton, and Quinton's a great guy. A lot of collaborations over the years together, and got to know each other. And then we finally met up out in Ohio last year, out of Jason's place, and we hunted together. And he was fortunate enough to take a nice buck. And it's cool when you finally sit down and meet people face to face that you've been chatting with online. And like I said, just good people all around, man. And now that he's heading up Warhead, with Jason, that's a cool deal. And it's the right choice. I think Jason made a good decision, and you guys are going to do well for yourselves and helping everybody out. And I think it's a great product. We stand behind what we shoot here, and couldn't be happier, man. I sent a rain through a buck last year myself, so proof's in the pudding, man. That's a good product. Jason's a down to earth guy, just like you, and it's good to see after all the years. We're still talking, we're still friends, we're still on the same team, and hey, man, so that's great, man. But tell us a little bit more about yourself. I know you're a big bear hunter, and along with the whitetails, maybe you got something about the bear hunt you want to share.
Yeah, so bear hunting was always kind of a must want to do for me when I was a kid, because I always thought it was really cool. And the unfortunate thing with the great state of Wisconsin is bear hunting is a lottery system. So you have to apply for a certain amount of years for each zone that you want to hunt. So like the zone that I was hunting in originally is a 12 to a 14-year pull. So I had to wait 12 years to be even considered for drawing a tag. Wow. So I started applying when I was 12, and I drew my first bear tag when I was 22, I want to say. If not a little, 22 or 23. I can't remember. It's been a few years since I had that tag. But like, I just like the aspect of how much work goes into it and how rewarding it is. Because, I start scouting for bear the minute the snow starts to melt. That's kind of when they start to come out of their dens, find them fresh tracks in the snow, kind of figure out, okay, they're probably denning up in here, so they feel comfortable in here, kind of thing. And I just really dive into it, and I spend hours and I walk miles just trying to find a spot. And then I got my first bear with my dad. It was opening weekend of archery season the first year I had my tag, and my dad told me get to the blind because I only had an hour to hunt that night. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm gonna go get my deer hunting stuff ready. And then I was hunting with my rifle, and he's like, well, he's like, I'll know if a bear comes in because I'll hear the gunshot. And I'm like, yeah, you will. And it wasn't 15 minutes of being in the blind by myself. I had my first black bear come in, and I let her have it. And that was what really hooked me, honestly, was that first hunt DIY on public land here. And since then, I've just gotten really big into it, and I harvested my second bear here in Wisconsin. I'll see if I can do this without screwing up my camera. But that is my second bear here in Wisconsin.
Oh, man.
That's cool. Look at that white patch in his chest.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I had no idea that bear even had it. I don't think I had him on camera until the opening day of bear season, and then he just was a regular on the bait. I ended up figuring out where he was bedding. He was bedding on the island in the lake I was hunting. And the night I harvested him, he actually swam across the lake into my bait. And then I harvested him a few minutes after he got out of the water.
Wow. Now, what did he dress out at, Gwen?
Roughly 275 was dressed weight.
Nice. That's a nice bear. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you eat the meat or do you just give it away? You eat the meat?
No, okay. I eat the meat, yep.
Cool, man. Cool.
Yeah, for me, I like the meat. It tastes exactly like beef.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely does. I know when I shot my bear, a lot of the old timers told me, hey, when you get it hung up, make sure you get the fat off of it right away. Don't let the fat sit on it. It gets greasy. They kind of got like a pork fat to them, but
yep.
They're unique. It's good.
I've heard bear meat can kind of taste what was the word? Salty. Like it was very chewy and salty, and it was just like, ugh. But obviously you can say that that was like the main theme I was hearing when people were describing eating bear. Mm-hmm. But people always say something weird when you try someone else's venison or game meat. So
yeah, I think honestly it's all in how you prepare it, because I've never had any issues. Like, I know with bear meat, you're not, like, if you're eating like the steaks and stuff, you're not supposed to have it. I know a lot of people like their steaks rare, medium, all that. You have to take bear meat to well done. Like, it has to be fully cooked all the way through because they carry trichinosis. Mm-hmm. And if a human gets it, you get very sick. And it's got to be cooked. So if it's chewy, it wasn't cooked.
Right. Is that a question or a statement? Urban Pursuit says, "What's up, boys?" He also stated, "Will bear fat render down like a beef, or it's like deer tallow?"
It's like beef tallow. You can render it down. You can make lard with it. I personally don't.
Yeah,
I've never tried bear yet. My dad has, but I haven't yet. I want to. I tried venison. Obviously, I tried some elk and a bunch of fish. I don't think I've ever tried anything outside for game meat besides steak. I think that was it.
Yeah, we'll make meatloaf with bear. That's really good.
Oh, that sounds like a nice dish to make with that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
My dad and I one time.
Oh, sorry, Brett. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll just sit here and
No,
look
I was just going to
pretty.
ask. I was going to ask you what's your favorite cut of the bear? Is it a roast? Do you like a bear roast? Maybe something with potatoes and carrots, crock pot, kind of let it go all day, kind of thing, or do you do something different?
I mainly just do like steaks, and then I just get the bear ground up. That's primarily what I even do that with my venison. I don't do nothing really honestly special.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of a ground meat steak kind of guy. I'd rather have ground meat and then steaks just because it fills the freezer faster and it's cheaper.
Yeah. That's cool, man. Brett's having technical difficulties, so we'll carry on, Quentin.
That's all right.
So also, we know you're a heck of a deer hunter. You're out there slaying the woods like the rest of us and putting the time in, boots to the ground.
Yep.
Maybe you'd like to discuss some of what you do, maybe a little preseason stuff, kind of what's going on now. What are you doing to gear up and get ready, bud?
So what I do is like I currently live in a different location than I did last year, or I still live where I was last year, but I have a lot more time to scout this year than I did last year because I wasn't currently living down here during scouting time, so
Right.
I kind of lost a lot of that. But like now that this year I started scouting in February, we didn't have a lot of snow here, so I started scouting in February. I think my first cameras were out middle of February, so I've been on it this year. I spend a lot of time e-scouting, like on Onyx, and then if I find something on Onyx, I will write down the coordinates and then I will put them into Google Maps, and then it gives me a little bit of a different look at the lay of the land as well off of Google Maps, and then I just start putting boots on the ground. Like I have well over 100 hours of scouting in this year. I've probably walked 50, 60 miles already just in scouting here alone, kind of where I live. So I'm very thorough when it comes to my scouting, and my Onyx is just loaded with pins of possible new setups and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like Onyx myself, especially like when we got out to Ohio, picking a couple of key points, looking up scrapes and stuff like that. You know, when we power scouted, got in there quick. Just nice feature to have. I mean, years ago we didn't have that technology, so makes it a little bit easier on all of us, especially in a new place when you can sit there and, you know, put some pins, waypoints, measure how far you got to walk in. You know, it'll give you a distance and stuff like that. So we all benefit from that. I like it too. I really do. It's cool. Now, do you do anything as far as like mineral or stuff? You can't use minerals where you are?
Not currently here in Wisconsin. I can't. The part of the state I'm in is a zero bait tolerance, so I cannot use any minerals.
Okay.
I know Johnny, he's put in about 50 or 60 miles of scouting for Dick. You said, no, I just thought of it. I was dying laughing.
Is that why you were chuckling while we were talking? Oh, you freaking pain in the ass, you. I thought I screwed up or did something wrong. I'm like, what the hell is he laughing about? I'm like, did I say something wrong?
I thought that's what I thought of. I'm like,
well, when he finds Dick, I mean, the guy's been missing a long time. I hope he does find him finally. I mean, I know he knows that guy MacGyver out there where he hunts, but
I know. He's not on the show very often, and he's putting a lot of miles for some Dick. So,
oh boy, I'll tell you what. I don't know if Onyx covers that though.
Mm-mm.
Hey, they did just create that Fish X, so maybe they can find a grinder.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible, right? So, guys, this is the part of the show where we start to go downhill drastically. Ratings fall, and people wonder how the hell two of us got on a show like this to host.
The live people that tune in, it looks like there's about a couple. We're in the double digits right now, and eventually it'll just die off because they're like,
it'll die off. It'll drift actually down to -1, like in Jeopardy. And you know,
we're just defending all the Pride Month people and the Demon Month people.
Next thing you know, we're doing a DIY on how to string your bow and hope somebody watches that or something. You know, and we also lose all our factory sponsorship that we kind of have.
And they're kind of there.
All right, Brett. So why don't you bring it back a notch and
I'll do my best.
Interesting try to give him a nice question to answer, Mr. Brett.
Well, we'll
Let's
do
see
this. Urban Pursuit's got a question. They ask new places you're scouting or really diving into known areas and trying to dissect details. That's a really good question. I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
So last year I found an area mid-season, and I didn't really dive into that much just because I wasn't quite sure where the deer were bedding. I kind of figured it out. But then in February, after the season closed and everything, I decided to go out one day and just do a deep dive and get in there and figure out, okay, where are these deer? How are they moving it? Where they're bedding, where they're feeding, what are they doing? And I put myself 60 yards out of the game the entire season. I was 60 yards outside of everything that I needed to be in. Mm-hmm. So I ended up finding a big natural scrape, and it was located on a freaking deer highway, basically. And I ranged it the one day. My tree was 60 yards, and I'm like, well, how can I not see this? So I started walking back towards my tree, and it was just super, super thick. And I'm like, okay, now I know what I need to do differently for this year. And the number of pictures that I'm getting have gone up. The deer sign is far better than what I was finding last year. So, I really dove deep into where I was hunting last year and really figured it out. And I realized that the one tree that I picked out, I pushed in too close to the bedding. I was within 30 yards of where deer were bedding. So I really kind of screwed the pooch on that one. And now I know I can't go past a certain. Yeah. I noticed there's a tree, so I marked it on Onyx. So I decided I can't go past that tree if I want to see deer when I'm out there hunting.
Yep. No, definitely.
I know. For myself, I try to dissect the areas that I know more. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, water down the wrong pipe. Or maybe it was whitewater. We don't know.
Oh, boy. There goes the swimmers. Well, anyway.
No, I really try to dissect areas that I know and really try to know that little core area as much as possible. And then by doing so, I eventually branch out from there and move on. Urban Pursuit commented, I'm humble enough to stay just far enough away from bedding. Very difficult to hunt close to bed, so many variables. Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's like to flirt that fine line. It's like where it's too close or when it's too far away. Kind of like, unless you know for exact fact, I know for a fact I've seen them bedding in there.
Mm-hmm.
How far is too far or how close is too close? I hunt right next to a bedding area. My core rut area that I hunt, I am surrounded by bedding area all around me for buck areas, for a doe bedding area. The doe bedding area is probably 75, 80 yards away from me. So it's I can see it right there. So is that too close? Am I just enough away? It's kind of flirting that fine line, in my opinion.
Yeah. I have a spot on the western side of the state. I literally, if I can get the right wind, I can walk directly past the bedding area, and I walk in at the beginning part of the bedding area. I can sneak in and sneak all the way around and get up my tree, and I can actually see deer in their beds from my tree almost every time I hunt that spot. So I'm getting in there quiet. I'm getting in there the right way. The wind is right, and I can get in, get set up, and have deer come. I can watch deer stand up out of their beds and come in. So I get lucky in that spot. This year, I've dove into new pieces of public. I've got a spot that's 1.5 miles back. I've got spots that are 200 yards from the road. It just really depended on the hunting pressure sign that I saw and deer sign and activity.
I have a question since we're kind of talking about rutting. The rut, favorite time to hunt during the hunting season. Rut, pre-rut, post-rut, beginning of the archery season or beginning of the hunting season. I'll say this: my favorite time to hunt.
You left out nighttime driving around with the window down in the truck with a spotlight. You didn't include
I was just
that.
getting ready to say that. Don't ruin
Come on.
I know. You know
You
me
can't
best.
discriminate. You cannot discriminate against Jackie.
I love that first week. Like that first week to 2 weeks. I like that time. Don't get me wrong. My blood gets pumping when it's getting closer to Halloween and closer to the rut time, just like everyone naturally does. But my
that's
favorite
because your
time
mom gets you a costume and you're all excited about going out trick-or-treating.
I get to dress up as like a cop or a Spider-Man or the Hulk. It's an awesome time, man. I get to go ask for trick-or-treat.
Last year you were a sheep with eye holes in it and you were Casper. I mean,
I'm just a friendly ghost. That's all I'm trying to be.
How many Snickers did you score last year? You got like 300, you told me.
Like a lot. Like a fucking lot. Let's just say this. I didn't go hungry.
No, but really your my favorite time, is definitely the rut. When the rut starts firing up. That pre-rut. I think I think it was like back after I got home from Ohio, it really started firing off here. It got cold. We had a full moon rising in the morning. And man, the bucks just came out of the woodwork. I don't know about you guys, but man, where I can get into the bedding areas by me, there's no leaves on the ground because it's all bush hog mode, old orchard. So I can slip in real quiet, get up high in those bedding grounds if the wind's right, and just let it fly, man. That's what I look forward to. I love the rut. They get stupid during the rut,
I would like to say, if I mispronounce it, I'm sorry. But it's Kanye 77. I know it's not Kanye, but Kanye. So you're new to the show, so thanks for tuning in for tonight. He states, my best success bow hunting in Wisconsin has always been October 26th through the 30th. I have this weird thing. If I don't get a deer before October 18th or like on October 18th, that's like my lucky dates. I don't know what it is. I've always, like I said, I love the beginning of the part of hunting season, but like October 18th and 19th, those 2 days are like, I feel like it's my lucky day. Like if I don't have anything leading up to that, I'm like, all right, 18th, 19th, one of these days, I'm going to be getting something, or at least see something great. Don't get me wrong, but yeah.
Brett, that's Connor. That's Connor from Arrows and Inches Addiction. He's pretty popular on Instagram with us. He hits us up a lot.
Oh, nice.
For stuff, and he just he got some new Squatch merch from me. I appreciate it, and just giving him a shout out. If you guys don't know him, man, check his stuff out. He makes some great content out there. He's another fighter for the deer getting popularity. Get his butt out in the woods and boots to the ground guy. He's making it work. So just like
welcome to the show, Connor.
Yeah.
When's your best time?
So I have a couple. So mine would be, I guess, depending on the property that I'm hunting for opening weekend, it would depend on if that's my favorite time. Because like if I'm hunting a property and I know I have ag like that butts right up to the piece of public I'm hunting, that's my favorite time to hunt because the bucks and does are still on that summer feeding pattern. So they're pretty easy to figure out. And then if I'm not successful that first 2 week or 2 weeks of archery season, I kind of save those spots then for later. And then I kind of just start bouncing around, honestly. My favorite time for rut would be the week before our gun season, which would be like that November 15th time frame. That's usually when I see most of my deer movement. That's actually when I shot my 8-pointer 2 years ago, was on November 15th, 3 days before our gun season. That's when I typically see a lot of my good rut activity. Like now, or I like that December time frame. Everybody's done hunting for the year. Public land is just quiet. Nobody's walking around. These deer are starting to relax after being shot at for however long our gun season is, plus muzzleloader, and then they got that doe hunt that we have. So they have like 2.5 weeks of just straight being shot at with rifles and stuff. So I like that end of December time frame, like Christmas is when I start to see a lot of good deer movement.
Yeah, I hear a lot of that too. I don't mean to draw off this topic, but I remember reading this article. It's completely off topic. Don't get me wrong, but apparently I was reading this article from Outdoor Life, and they threw 3 sheds through like the across the West, and if you find one, it's $10,000.
Oh,
and there's I can't remember. Let me see here. So there's a hunter that found one of them, or a shed hunter that found one of them today. He was in Utah. Recently found a mule deer shed worth $10,000. The Cricket Mountains near Delta.
wow.
Let me see here.
And who put this on, Brett? I'm sorry, I was reading something.
I don't know. It says the treasure hunt involves 5. The treasure hunt involves 5 individual shed antlers that the company has hidden on public land in Arizona, Idaho, Nevada, New Mexico, and Utah.
I thought Onyx did something like that not too long. Like it was back there.
I think this is through. I'll try and see who did it, but
okay.
But it says this includes 1 moose shed, 2 elk sheds, and 2 mule deer sheds. Each specifically marked shed antler is worth $10,000, which can be located by solving riddles and redeemed in cash or Bitcoin. Oh, I didn't catch that. I thought you just were out looking around and you found it. I didn't see that you had to solve riddles and stuff to help find it.
Well, see, that explains where Johnny and Dave are. They got mistaken about sheds. They're at Home Depot and Lowe's right now, and they think they won. So, we'll never get them back.
Participants who purchase an annual dedicated subscription at a cost of $30 also get access to a series of 5 riddles, which offer hints as to where the individual sheds are hidden in each state. I'm curious to see what company did this.
It'd be kind of cool.
It does. What the heck? Why can't you do something like that out here in East? That's kind of bullshit.
You're right.
You can only do it in. What about Michigan, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana,
that's
Ohio?
Our chance. We could do the Whitetail Advantage treasure hunt, and we could throw a couple of Nah, it would never work because
the DNR, our state DNR would try to put they'd put a kibosh to you.
Well, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
You need a special permit, and probably you could contribute to CWD by dropping a deer's antler next to a real deer.
Yeah.
And you need all these permits probably to do that kind of shit.
I think these are all fake though. I don't think they're real sheds. I think they just kind of handcrafted some sheds.
Okay, so you could do like a Mackenzie deer target rack and throw it out.
At least that's what it appears to be able to.
Our DNR would tell us we're littering, so they'd write you a ticket.
Here's your fine, Quinton.
What? Here's $1,000 fine and a loss of hunting license for 1 year.
I did think of a really good idea though. We could tie Johnny to a tree and just give $5 to somebody who found him. It'd be kind of neat.
Give them $5 if they found him?
Yeah, I mean, he's not worth more than $5, really.
I was gonna say, let's just put him out there and just say fuck it.
And then they'd be like, "All right, we give up. Where did you guys put him?" We're like, "Oh shit, we forgot. We don't even know."
We put him out in the woods. I don't remember.
Just put him in, put him out to tie him to a tree somewhere, and then we forget where to, or we lose the coordinates to where he is. We're like, "All right, we haven't found him." We're like, "Well, we don't know where we put him." And then he shows up 20 years later with a beard like me, and
you remember on that episode from Family Guy where Peter Griffin and he's him and his buddies were going up to Canada, and he gets lost out in the woods, and then they eventually find him, and he turns out to be
yeah.
Remember that? That's Johnny when he gets found.
No, Johnny's Quagmire, man. Johnny comes out of
like that. Johnny is Quagmire.
Comes out of the house. He explored porn, and his right arm's massively huge. He's got like one big monster arm, and he's like, "Wow, you've been in your house quite a while there, Quagmire. Johnny, what are you up to?" Nothing. Just looking at the internet. Wow, you working out? Your arm's really big.
I gotta find this video now because that was hilarious. Quagmire.
That's freaking Johnny. Johnny, hey, that's Johnny. Play it.
Okay. Here we go. Let me see if I can get this.
Come on.
I'm trying.
Hurry up.
Share screen. There we go. Here we go. There we go.
Hey, Quagmire, what do you got there? It's the new Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Check it out.
Those swimsuit issues don't excite me like they used to. I've been spoiled by internet porn.
It's true.
Totally.
What do you mean internet porn?
You don't know about internet porn?
Don't know what? I'm not really a computer guy.
Quagmire, I would think you of all people would know about internet porn.
They've got like thousands, literally millions of naked pictures on the internet. What?
And videos, thousands of them.
You guys are messing with me. Quagmire, you don't use the internet? You mean that crappy dial-up thing that's a pain in the ass? No, I don't use the damn internet. I thought that was for nerds. Why didn't you guys tell me?
Oh, yeah, you can even see Tanya Harding's honeymoon video on there. I mean, it's gross, but it's like famous gross.
Quagmire? Hey, nobody's seen you in days. Hey, Peter. I've just been checking out some of that internet porn.
There's Johnny.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go and check my mail over there. No, I don't think it. No, I'm sorry, Peter. I gotta get back.
Definitely Johnny.
Definitely
Johnny. That's
this is a
definitely
hunting
Johnny.
show.
I know,
Our
but
fuck off show.
do we ever freaking really stay on topic? Never. We're
That's
like
a good
bunch of
point.
kids with ADD. We can't concentrate on what we're doing.
I know. We do actually have a show dedicated to where we're not going to talk about anything hunting related. We're just going to talk about the most random off-topic shit in like a couple weeks. Like that episode where it's nothing hunting related. We're just going to talk about like why is the grass green and like do you believe in water being wet and all this stupid shit. I don't know.
Dude,
Yeah.
this is
Never come
the
to mind.
campfire. This is the campfire. We're like,
Exactly.
it's nothing scripted. We're just like off the freaking charts. We do what we want to do, and somewhere we come back to hunting and strategies and talking about what people have done, but we get off on a tangent sometime.
Good point. Like me and my squirrel event of shed hunting. I don't know.
Yeah, you went on that freaking rabbit hole.
Yeah, I started the rabbit hole. I apologize for that, Quentin. I'm just a dick.
All right, let's shift gears. Quentin, what kind of stuff do you use? What's your go-to bow? Like, I know you love flinging them warheads. So what are you shooting?
So I'm currently running a Hoyt Carbon Spider ZT. That's the 30-inch axle.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently put a Trophy Ridge Digital React Pro one sight on there.
Beautiful.
That thing it's lights out. I love that sight. Super easy to sight in. Took me 5 minutes to do it. No sight tapes required. And then just running a normal QAD HDX drop away rest on there. And then I shoot obviously warhead arrow. I'm running the Rain 250s and then I'm running the Exothermic 300s.
Awesome.
And then for broadheads, I shoot rec broadheads that all three broadheads that they have to offer. I shoot the HXP, XP, and the FX4.
Yeah, and a little spoiler. I hear there's something in the prototype works coming out maybe for fall. He's got something in the works.
Mm-hmm.
So can't wait to see what Alex is going to drum up for us to maybe look forward to in the fall. If not, man, I'm throwing the old reliable FX4s. So I'm a fixed blade kind of guy. Nothing against the other ones, but just love the way they fly. They're like a big muzzy on steroids, man, but just a hell of a lot better. They fly better, cut better, right down, man. You shoot them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We like them, man. We definitely like our stuff. And so that's cool. And then when you go to Your
Oh, did you
rifle.
see XOP's coming out with some new shit?
What are they coming out with? Talk.
They got like 3 new tree stands, a new stick. It's called the Hydro, and then they got, I think it's another version of a stick. It's the C3, and I think another couple of them were harnesses. I don't think it was one might be a saddle. I don't know, but they come out June 25th, and now I'm just like kid on a candy store. I can't freaking wait.
I'm glad I didn't buy any sticks or anything yet from them. I'm looking forward to revamping my setup a little bit from what I've gone to. And hey man, a shameless plug out the XOP Byron, and thanks to Dave, our co-part here on the show, even though he's been MIA a lot, he hooked us up with that connection with XOP, and good products.
Don't get me wrong, those X2s are great.
No, nothing against anything they make.
Those are great, but it's awesome. I can't wait to see what they come out with, because man, that was like their very first stick. I think they came out with, if I remember right. I don't think they have another one. And besides those X3 ones and those ones, but these ones just look more badass. I mean, you're already starting off. Your starting line is like way the fuck up top. Yeah, how are you gonna like improve? Yeah. So I'm curious. They're gonna improve, and I'm curious to see.
Yeah. That. Yeah. I'm waiting for them to come out with something like the Acorn stair lift for like older guys like me that just don't even want to fucking climb and just hit a button. You sit in the chair and it kind of sends you up the tree. And then all of a sudden at 20 feet, you're magically there. And you're like, hey, this is great. Didn't even bring.
You actually do have something out there like that.
Yeah, I kind of seen something like that. Yeah.
It's like the iTech, something like that. Some company made it. It's mainly designed for people with
I'm disabled, man.
Handicapped, disabled, like they're kind of paralyzed.
Yep, I'm disabled mentally, so
yeah,
I go on that.
Here. But physically, in the legs mainly.
So where are we at? What questions haven't we asked this professional expert outdoorsman that we are so blessed to have on the show with us? What can we ask him that would maybe make him think for a second, Mr.
Why do you look so hot?
Who's that? Yeah, it does. He does look like he's sweating over there.
No, not like physically. I'm just saying, like, he just looks sexy. Like, God.
Oh.
I saw that wedding ring. I'm like, man, lucky person. It's just a lucky person.
Yeah,
married to that sex demon.
It's something about camouflage. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah. I was born this way.
Let me ask you this though. I know Wisconsin. On my own personal board of like states that I want to hit hunting, we'll wrap it up here with this question before the rapid fire segment. Tennessee's like number one because of the value, at least I see in it, because I've read a lot of articles where it says like they believe the next world record is going to come out of there, and just like the home feelings I have towards it, because my wife's from Tennessee. I've been down to Tennessee a lot in my life, twice now actually. So. But Tennessee is very high on my list. I want to go hunt. Illinois, and we're going to do Indiana this year as a team, and Ohio is up there as well, along with Missouri. But Wisconsin and Minnesota are up there as well. Quinton, let me do this to you. Yep. You heard the other states I just mentioned that I want to go to. I don't know which outside of Indiana. That's going to be my first out-of-state hunt. I'm going to try to go to another state fairly close. Let's just do this. Wisconsin, Illinois, and Ohio. My wife, if she finds out I'll go to Missouri or Tennessee for a hunting trip, she might be like, don't be coming back for a while until you get a deer. Why should I pick Wisconsin out of all those states? Why should I pick Wisconsin as my next state to go out of state hunt?
Well, I guess I could say don't come here. No, I'm kidding.
We say that about Michigan, so that's how you feel. Don't come to Michigan to hunt. Not just because we don't want you guys to hunt Michigan. It's just because it's a shit show here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would really depend if you're wanting to do it yourself, or if you're wanting to go to like an outfitter, I guess, or
we're doing some friends and we're going public land hunting.
Public. So I guess it would depend on if you're wanting to go I know Wisconsin has a bunch of public land. Depending on where you look, like where I'm at, you got to drive for public land. It's in the
Or I have a
sections
buddy
of,
that has a good private property. Basically, why should I come to Wisconsin? In either facet of it, I have a buddy that hunts there. I can hunt there on their private property or public land, whatever. I'm not going to go to an outfitter. I'm just going to go local type deal.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'll put it this way. So I've hunted out of Wisconsin twice, and the first time I hunted out of Wisconsin, I was 12. My grandpa took me to South Dakota. I shot 2 deer out there, and I loved it. And then I got to be good friends with Jason, the owner of Warhead Arrow, and it's more of an experience type of thing. And I didn't know I was going to fall in love with the terrain out in Ohio. I personally think it's an experience thing, and it's kind of up to each person. Like, I could give you a bunch of reasons why I love hunting Wisconsin, but that might not fall into line of why you would like it. It's kind of a personal preference kind of thing. Like, do I think the hunting here in Wisconsin is good? Depending on what part of the state you're in, yes, it's good. And it can also be very bad. Like if you go to northern Wisconsin, good luck. Don't count on me being there because I don't feel like wrangling with wolves. The western side of the state is really good. There's a lot of ag. You have a lot of natural forests there too. Good quality deer there. I loved hunting the western side of the state because it made me feel like I was back up in northern Wisconsin, just the type of land there is. And then there's parts of the western side where you actually don't think that it is actually Wisconsin and it looks like something completely different. So you have a wide variety of different habitats here in the state that offer different hunting styles. Like where I hunt, it's a marsh. Where I hunt on the western side, it's a pine woods and mixed in with hardwoods. And then some parts of the western side of the state are all bluffs. So it's like you're going to find elevation, you're going to find swamps, you'll find marshes. It's kind of a personal preference thing and more of an experience thing, really.
Yeah. I know. I don't know. I've been through Wisconsin from top to bottom, the entire state one time, and that was a couple years ago. I at least know the northern part of Wisconsin. I grew up in the UP, so I know a lot of that northern part is very similar to the UP because it translates right over there. So the wolf parts, I get that because my dad had a lot of encounters with wolves when he was hunting up in the UP. I can see how that terrain up there, take the wolves away out of it. It just seems very difficult to hunt up there because it's so isolated in the marshness of it all up there. And I'm just going off of what I've seen in the UP because I feel like it just kind of like just pushed itself over into Wisconsin too. It just seems very desolate area to hunt and extremely hard. I mean, I feel like it's like our version of like Vermont. Like you hear about Vermont, all you can do is like tracking type deal. Up in that area, it's a version of it too, but you can still like sit in a tree stand type hunt. I feel like if you really want to really push your limits as a deer hunter, that would be a great place to go. Take away the predators of wolves and stuff like that. You take that out of the equation. I think if you really want to test yourself, go up there. At least in the UP, because you're gonna push your limits as a deer hunter because there's like one deer like forever. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like the western side of the state, we have wolves too, a higher density of wolves depending on where you go. Some of the public land gets put right in the middle of farm country, so you get if you have egg all the way around you, you just kind of pick an egg field and just go for, you just sit and you'll have a deer walk through because they're going to be going to the egg fields and stuff like that. So like, I don't know. It's kind of I like hunting all of it. Up by my dad, he's in northern Wisconsin. He's 30 minutes away from Iron Mountain, Michigan.
That's where I grew up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad lives in Amberg, Wisconsin. So that's
okay.
Northwoods up there. And like the northern part of Wisconsin, they don't hand out a lot of doe tags. It's buck only. So you're kind of hoping that you see a buck or you know where they're hanging out kind of deal. It's very challenging now. A lot of people, when they come to Wisconsin, I don't know how they advertise hunting for out of Wisconsin, but I kind of figured they probably advertise a lot of Buffalo County and a lot of Trumpelow County. Like those are the main counties that see a lot of hunting pressure just because of the bucks that they pull out of there every year. I mean, Buffalo County always produces giant bucks, like 140 and bigger. I know there's a hunting outfitter in Buffalo County. They routinely pull out 180s. Like it's easy for them to do it, but also their type of land that they have there, it's rolling hills, it's bluff country. They have the food plots, they have egg fields, they have it all. Plus you got the Mississippi River right there, so they got water, they've got all of what these deer need. And they just grow true giants. Trumpelow County's the same way. Rolling hills, bluff country, egg land, they produce some of the biggest bucks out of the state. I don't know. I guess if you're wanting to experience a cool hunt, come out here. I mean, I think we have over 1 million acres of public land, so.
Oh, that's quite a bit, man. That's some good areas. Oh, look.
Fuck you, Michael.
The little dick finally showed up. Where the hell did he come from? Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Elementary school just got out.
Elementary school. He got done with art class and he did his paint drawing and shit.
Yeah,
you little fucker. Fuck off the show.
Yeah.
God.
It's either that or the Willy Wonka factory just let out and he's done, doing his Loompa Doompa shit.
Oompa Doompa Doompa.
Yeah. I'd like to go deer hunting with you. Oompa Doompa Doompa. I'm gonna ask everybody for possum.
He's banned from asking that shit.
Right, he's done with that. He can't ask about possum anymore.
Quinton, it's rapid fire segment time. We got our hazing done with Michael. That feels good. Oh, I feel relieved now. I feel like
it's always great to bash a middle schooler.
It feels good to pick on a teenager.
I mean, most of us had our fame and topped out in middle school. Why not bash a middle schooler? I mean, what the hell? It makes you feel good. It's kind of like dwarf. It's kind of like dwarf tossing. It's just like one of those things.
It's, in my opinion, though. I swear, I'll say this till I'm blue in the face. Bullying builds character. It really does. I really do. I was bullied. I no shame saying I got bullied. Listen,
did you see what he just put up on a lie in that chat? I was outside working. Something you don't know about, Brett. Oh man.
Oh, so Michael's got some stuff to say. He goes, I was outside working. Something you don't know, Brett. LOL.
Don't take that shit from a toddler.
Who the fuck do you think you are, you little fucker? You little 15-year-old shitbag. Well, working on, I can't even say it.
You know what he's working on?
His little art project.
He's probably getting to the next level of Mario Kart. That's probably what he's doing. Probably got calluses on his thumbs like 3 inches thick.
He's probably building a sand castle.
Right?
Little sandbox. Let me play my stand.
He's got that Mario Kart turtle. It's like when he goes by and spins off. I'm probably way out of my league. I don't even know what the hell I'm
behind the grind. He says, "Facts. Try being 5'2". LOL. Shit. Try being a ginger and being like albino color. Don't get wrong. I'm not
porcelain white. Try being porcelain white and be a ginger. It's freaking horrible. Poor guy.
Michael. I'm laughing my ass off right now. If you're new to the show or tuning into the show for the first time,
he's
first off, we fuck with everybody, so get used to it. It's hazing. That's part of brotherhood. That's part of hunting. It's all in good fun nature. But Michael here, he's been a fan of the show for a long time now, and it's turned into this Squatch. How do you even call it now?
It's called like little brother syndrome he has with the big brothers around, and it doesn't matter how much good he could possibly produce in our eyes, we're still gonna like run him through the mill. So you know, as much as he tries to like fit in and stuff, we just treat him like that little brother that he is. So
that is true. Yep, he's the little brother to us all. And let's say that don't fuck with him because then you got to deal with us fuckers.
Yeah.
We'll
Then we come after you, but
so we have the right.
We're allowed to push the envelope a little bit with the little feller. He's all right.
Yeah, little feller. You're so cute.
Feller. Little
I was cleaning my boat, cutting my neighbor's grass, and cleaning my quad. Oh wow! Whoa, good for you.
Excuse me, Long Island Lolita. Jesus, you got everything down there on the island.
A true man doesn't have to.
Hey, you guys just got a talk show. I got a yacht and a quad. So who the hell are you? You don't even rate.
Jeez, with a 0-turn lawnmower.
hey, what's that blonde kid that's the singer that hung out with P. Diddy? What's his name?
No. Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he's like the Justin Bieber, and we're like P. Diddy in a weird kind of way. Not exactly that way, but he's like our Justin Bieber to the group, you know.
And we got the piss pizza and bagels.
Yeah, that's because
a real man doesn't have to back up what he does. He just says, "I was out working, bitches."
Yeah.
He says, "No, Brett Bowman was hanging out with Diddy."
That's true. He was. We've seen that.
Good point. All right. I feel like I've had my good orgasm now. I got to fuck with Michael now. I feel better now.
Oh
gosh.
I got it out
all night. God.
Yeah.
You feel better, Squatch?
I thought he was still in detention, but I'm glad to see he showed up.
Yeah, I'm glad he showed up too. Not really, but I don't give a fuck if he shows up or not.
Not as much as I am when I see Dave or Johnny.
Yeah. Or our guest. Quinton, besides hunting, do you have any other hobbies or interests?
No, not really.
I like it. What animal is on your bucket list to hunt?
Either a moose in the Yukon or a kudu in South Africa.
Ooh, I like that one. I think you're the first one to actually say kudu, though. I think so. What is an animal you want to try eating?
Alligator.
Oh yeah, it's been kind of like a common theme lately.
Yeah,
as of late.
Yeah.
I had a dream about an alligator last night. What the fuck? Now that I think about it.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Real quick, behind the grind comments. He takes me ice fishing to see me struggle carrying his pop-up shack on the ice.
my ice shack is taller than him.
Oh man.
Quinton actually stayed in his ice shanty when we were camping in Ohio, and it was like I got this shitty ass pop-up kind of like dome tent thing, and he's got this freaking monster freaking gigantic insulated like double side by side cool ass shanty. It was awesome.
Yeah, it's
behind the grind commented, alligator is delicious. It's a must try. I had it out in South Carolina. Okay. Also commented, good times. Ha 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 ha.
All right.
Yeah, I'll have to try it eventually.
Yeah, man.
What has been your favorite state you've hunted?
Ohio.
What is the top state you want to try next?
Kansas.
If you could pick anybody, family or non-family, to go on a hunting trip or share a campfire with one time, who would that be?
My dad.
Last question, and it's a big one. What do you think we as fellow hunters could or should do to improve the hunting community as a whole?
Quit bashing each other over what everybody shoots.
Yeah.
Seems like the common theme.
I mean, that's
the truth. I'm agreeing with you.
It's the biggest thing that it's the biggest downfall of the hunting industry is everybody's got their 2 cents on what everybody should be harvesting.
I mean, it seems like though nowadays, like though, if you're starting up a YouTube page or YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it, they always say like chase the hunt, not the size, and respect everyone. And it seems like that's a new PC thing to do lately, but it just seems like who gives a shit, man? I don't give a shit if you're out there shooting a spike, shooting a doe or a button buck or whatever it may be. If you get, even if it even if you didn't get your heart pounding, because I always say, like, if it gets your heart pumping and you feel like you can put your head to rest because you shot an amazing deer and you're proud of that deer, at the end of the day, that's all fucking matters.
Right.
Post it online, be proud of it. If you get people that hate on you, guess what? I'll jump in and I'll tell them to go fuck themselves and I'll support you.
Yeah.
And they gotta go through
Yeah.
the next.
Yeah, no,
I mean, I always tell people, I go, until you start buying my tags, paying me to hunt, paying for my fuel, paying for my arrows and everything, that's when you can start telling me what I can and can't shoot. If you're not giving me money to hunt, then just leave me alone and I'm going to shoot what makes me happy.
Right. At the end of the day, if you're proud of it, or even if, let's say you're not even proud, like, yeah, I'm great, I'm happy with this deer because I just put meat in the freezer. At the end of the day, let's not forget, hunting from when it began till now is to put meat in the fucking freezer and put meat on the table. That is hunting. It's not this new day of, don't get me wrong, going out there scouting and trying to create bigger deer, and that's awesome. That's involved with hunting now. That's what we turned hunting into. But at the end of the day, to go out hunting is to help provide meat for your family, not to go to buy the stuff at the store. It started back in the 1800 shit to hunt, to put meat and feed your family and feed your tribe and your people around you. That's what hunting is. Nothing's changed from that fact, except for the fact nowadays where it's like we have all this science and technology nowadays. That's this new 21st century of hunting. Hunting at its core is to put meat in the freezer.
You know, and I think that's a key success that shows the brotherhood and camaraderie of how long, you know, we stick together on these podcasts, on collaborations on Instagram, that we fully support each other. And, you know, we see through that bullshit. You know, it's like, I don't care. You know, if you shoot a freaking 12-pointer, I'm happy for you. If you shot a fucking 4-pointer, I'm happy for you. If you're happy with that deer, dude, more power to you. You know what I mean? You're the one that's saying, hey, I'm fine with that. If you made a good, quick, clean kill, God bless you, man. You did a good job. That's all that matters. And that's the key thing that's so important with what we spread here on the show, you know, in our relationships with each other when we're talking to each other online. And, you know, don't get me wrong, we all bust on each other like, oh, really? You know, he could have used another year. It's the famous line. But, you know, we don't mean anything by it. We're always kidding around and joking.
We joke with each other, but we're not going to be like, oh, what the fuck were you doing that? Shooting that deer or something like that. No, at the end of the day, me, Johnny, Dave, and Squatch, we might fuck with each other behind closed doors.
Oh, yeah.
But at the end of the day, you're not going to see any one of us going out there and bashing anybody of the animal they harvested. If anything, you're going to see us supporting that person for what they took. And if we see somebody bashing on them for that reason, then we're going to step in.
Oh yeah.
And we always told people, if you're scared to post a photo of the deer that you shot, we won't tag you in it. We'll post it for you on our stuff, and then they gotta go through us.
Right. Yep. And I'm the same way. You know, like I have a core friend group where, you know, someone will shoot something and we'll, you know, make a joke or something. You know, like my one good friend, he shot a really small deer the one year. He made a mistake. He ended up shooting a smaller deer. You know, and I told him, oh, damn, you shot the neighbor's dog. No wonder why they keep calling me to see if their dog's been found. And, you know. That's
amazing. That's a part of hunting, though.
And, yeah. And, I mean, it put food on his table. Like, I still give him shit for it to this day. Like, I'll be like, hey, remember, don't shoot the neighbor's dog this year. Like, you're after a deer, you know. You know, and it stuff like that. Like, it's something that, you know, we've built the friendship, and it's, you know, shouldn't say it's okay because you're friends. You shouldn't give each other shit. But if you guys are on that, you know, on those terms, it's okay. But like, I won't go to some random person's page and say, well, why the hell did you shoot that? You know, like I'll comment on there. Even if I don't agree, like if I'm like, oh, that's a really small deer, I won't say that in the comments. I'll just say, hey, congratulations, heck of a deer. You know, like, you know, just posting positive things. Like it might not be something that I think, but I'm not going to go out of my way to be a dick to that person because it's pointless. Like, just give them a positive comment or just keep scrolling, you know?
Right. Yeah. All right. Fucking Michael. God, this little shit bag, I swear. He says, Brett, I have something to tell Quinton.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. I don't know. So Curious to see what he says. We're just waiting, Michael. Don't worry. Let's wait and drag out the show even longer because we're trying to.
Q picks on me daily.
Yeah, Q picks on me daily. Well, just fucking with you, dude.
It's not hard. It's not hard, especially like when you go ice fishing with him. We'll go to a store or something, and I always say, "Yeah, I took my kid fishing," because he's like 10 inches shorter than me.
Holy crap!
Take your kid to work day.
I'll tell you what, man. I followed Craig for a long time. That dude's built. I've seen him pick up some serious ass weight.
Yeah,
you do look Jackson. Come on, Michael. We don't have all day.
Yeah, Michael, where'd you go to clean your yacht again? Come on, get with the program. What are we doing here, kid?
He says, "How the fuck you will come to the gym with me one day? Let's go, motherfucker. I'll take this challenge."
Yeah, don't mess with Brett. He's got fake tattoos and a freaking cut off wife beater, man.
These stuff wipe off, dude. Yeah, I'm the white trash. He says I sent it. I don't see anything, Michael. Text it to me at this point. If you don't do it within the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna end the show.
God.
Just text it to me. Let's do this. He's just so stupid. At least he's not as stupid as the fucking people that want to be gay and trans and purple-haired freaks. Fucking Pride Month. There's Demon Month in it too, motherfucker. There's a reason why it's called Pride Month, because the word demon's in it. If you put it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the grind, let's do it. Ha ha ha. Shit, Brett and I then could be brothers. Fuck yeah, man. Gym brothers, let's do it. All right, anyways, Quinton, thank you so much.
Yeah.
If he texted or whatever, we'll stop it there. Quinton, how can people reach out to you and follow along your journey, man?
On Instagram, it's Full Drop Pursuits. On TikTok, it's Full Drop Pursuits 2.0. I am on YouTube. It's Full Drop Pursuits, but I don't do much with YouTube.
Okay. All right, here it is.
What did he get? He finally sent it?
He sent me the text. Unfortunately. Quinton, check out Brett's Foot Finder account and Squatch's and Miss Boven's Grinder account.
Oh, yeah. Miss Boven's Grinder account. Yep.
Grinders for gay dudes, Michael. It's not an OnlyFans.
Oh, my God. He shot.
He just shot his load and just fucking dipshit.
Well, toddlers, when they get out of their nap time, they're usually pretty grouchy. So.
They're pretty ornery. Yeah, that's why they go to the gym, right? Because they're very ornery. Toddlers
need a good smack sometimes,
Much respect there. We're going behind the grind. Much love. Awesome. Squatch, how can people follow along your journey?
You guys all know Sundays, Tuesdays here at 8 o'clock on the mighty Whitetail Advantage. You can also catch me on Garden State Outdoorsman with Mike Nitre, Frank Mastica, a bunch of guys over there. And you know me on Instagram, of course, and my YouTube channel. And I appreciate everybody that supports us and supports me. And, looking forward to the future with everybody. It's a good deal on here.
It's awesome stuff. Well, everyone, thank you, Squatch. Thank you, Quinton, for coming on the show. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night.
Good night, guys.
Have a good night.
All right.
There we go. I'm back. Don't exit right away. Anyways, well, everyone, that's going to conclude an episode of the Whitetail Advantage Podcast. I want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in for tonight's live show. We greatly appreciate it. Now, if this show made you laugh, made you think, gave you a new perspective, please hit that like and subscribe button. If you're listening to this on the audio version, tune into a live show once in a while. We have a lot of fun here. Give us that 5-star rating. Make sure you hit that follow button. Greatly appreciate it. Also, give us your feedback on the show during the live show, whatever it may be. We always want to know how we can improve the show. The audio versions of our podcast gets released every Monday and Wednesday at 5 a.m. Eastern Time. I did not mention this, though. A little 10-ring news. This is going to be our last Tuesday show for 3 weeks. We have a show next Sunday, and then the Sunday after that, and then we're taking some time off. We're taking a lot of time off around this time because it is getting close to the 4th of July time frame. And so we want to take a little time off to spend more time with the family, kind of regroup, stuff like that. But we're taking some time to spend with the family. So no Wednesday episodes will be released for about 3 weeks. No live shows on Tuesdays for about 3 weeks. Just keep that in mind. If you want to be a guest on the show, or you want anybody from Whitetail Advantage to be a guest on your episode of a podcast, submit to our request at our whitetailadvantage.com or head to our social media and submit your request through there. I want to say thank you to all the companies out there that's tuning in to the show. I'm all over the place. Thank you all the companies that partnered up with you at Whitetail Advantage. Put your cord in the slot machine. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you, everyone, on Sunday's show. Our Sunday show, I will say this, is going to be a call-in show. We're going to be doing a call-in show. We haven't done one in a while. So next Sunday is going to be our call-in show. And the Sunday after that, it's going to be our trivia night, Stump a Chump. So we'll see everyone on Sunday.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Whitetail Advantage Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you next time.